Hey YouTube, how you going? Welcome to another video. In this video we're going to try and work on more of the front end part of our application and ideally get to a state that looks a little bit like this for our Zettelkasten inspired knowledge bank application. I'm kind of moving away from calling it a note-taking application. I know this is my notes, but yeah, it's really about knowledge management. Now, I thought I would go ahead a little bit and just prompt Claude to write this so you didn't have to go through it in two reasons, partly because my computer's running a little bit slow while it's exporting video, and also, yeah, I'm just trying to make these videos a little bit shorter without necessarily hiding anything that's relevant. So basically, I've just given Claude background context to all of the files that I believe are relevant for this. I've told it that, and sorry, I should say what we're trying to do at the moment is when a user logs in, I want them to redirect to a dashboard page and for their logged in state to be held in state so that, yeah, if they go to a new page or refresh, that it remembers. So I've just told Claude that the backend returns the following when a user is registered. Obviously, the most important thing there being the token. On the front end, I want to hold that the user is logged in, and I want to use React context for this. So I've said I believe we need these files, and yeah. So then ask a few clarifying questions. Where do I want to hold the state? I've said to hold it in local storage. For routing, we're going to try and use TanStack router. I hope I don't run into the same issues that I did trying to jump ahead and use TypeScript. If you've watched a previous video, I haven't got a lot of experience with TypeScript, and we tried to set up the project originally using that, and it was just a little bit too much that I wasn't familiar with. So we backed out of that and are just using React currently. And yeah, we're going to hold all of those things, and yes, let's also include error handling. So it's then just said where does it want to put the dashboard, which is fine. Do we want to ensure that it's a logged in route for dashboard, which is correct, and then just create a basic layout page. So it's given us the functionality that we need to now go ahead and create. So I'm just going to bring our project over here. We need to cd into our front end. So let me just close a few of these things up so we have a bit more room to move, and we will go into cd knowledge bank front end, and we need to npm install TanStack router. And npm install. I know I could have done this in one command, but I'd already hit enter. React router. Alright, and then in our src source file, we are going to create a new folder. We're going to call this context, and inside context we are going to have auth context.js, and in that we are going to copy this code. So this is a validation issue. So use auth context, auth provider. So use state, use our token loading error, gets the token from local storage, log in, log out, refresh token, got our API endpoint for the refresh token. Okay, it's been a while since I've written any code like that, so I'm going to presume it works okay. And then we're going to go into our features, and then in here we're going to have a new folder called dashboard. Hang on, that's creating in the wrong one. Features, dashboard, and in here we're going to have a component called dashboard. Going to bring that in, so we just got welcome, company, user role, so just displaying a little bit of information. And then we need to create a protected route wrapper. So in our components, we're going to create a new folder called, actually we're not, we're just putting directly a file, protected route.jsx, can't spell. Alright, and this is where it uses auth from our auth context. We've got our navigation from React router, use effect. So is authenticated, loading, use auth, use effect. So if not loading and is not, so yeah, if it's not loading and isn't authenticated, it redirects to login, which we don't currently have yet, but anyway. And then in src router, maybe we don't have this file yet. I thought we router. I think that was from the TypeScript project. What doesn't like? ESLint. Okay, this is an ESLint issue. We'll ignore that. And then in app dot JSX. So we need to update this to do this. So the main thing is, yeah, the auth provider, you need to wrap the route, so that works. And then in registration form, what doesn't it like? Oh, no, it's there, components, features, registration form. So we are updating this a little bit. So we're going to bring in use auth and use navigate, and then registration form, and then const mutate register user is loading, and then instead of console log, we are going to log the user in. Oops. Yeah, get rid of that. And then if there's an error, no, that stays the same. All right, I think that is everything. So let's open up a new terminal. So npm run dev for our backend. Just make sure this works. Okay, and then here on the front end, I think this is npm run dev as well. Can't remember actually. Yep. Okay, so I think JSX index extension. Don't know why, because we have JSX in the registration form itself. Scan. Okay, let's just see what this is. Copy. Oh, this is meant to be JSX, not JS. Router. So in here, this declare route tree comes router, new router. So we've got to get rid of this. That's TypeScript. Then this is also a bit different. Throw redirect. Why doesn't it like that? Redirect is not defined. Okay. So invite.config. Hey YouTube, how you going? Welcome to another video. In yesterday's video, sorry, that was my video finally exporting. Plug in React. Do we have that now? Package.json. No, we don't. So cd knowledge bank, and then wants me to install that. Cool. That's the back end. I'm not sure if this is working. Let's find out. Still seem to be getting a few errors. Just going to kill this and restart it. Okay, not working currently. So protected route. Our in our, so it says protected route is declared, but it also says route. Okay, I'm just going to ask it to check this file. I do just need to pause for a second and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, back. So in router, let's make a mistake. Use create in our still think it's using like a deprecated version, maybe? Yep. Okay, so copy, save. It's still using. Copy. Okay. Okay, so we updated that, and then in our app here, copy, and then main. We hadn't initialized the router. I think that was the issue. Oh, actually, cannot access app for initialization. Router 1414. Okay, it was recommending I change a bunch of stuff, but it didn't exactly recommend best practice. Okay, so now it's recommended something different. So we close these up, and then in SLC, copy. Okay, index. Dashboard. Really don't know if this is. Where is it? Alright, so let's go to this file. I don't know if that's... Let's see. I think Claude is taking us down a path we might not want to go. Why would we want to do this? Gosh. Alright, let's undo all of that. So we added all those. What the hell? Why does it put all these? Up there. Who knew it could be so complicated to get this set up, honestly? Would have been quicker to do it myself. It's just been a really long time since I've done this. Auth. I'm just giving I'm just giving Claude the files again because it's obviously getting confused somewhere. Okay. So router.jsx. Try again. Save. Happy days. Okay. Just copy our usual password. Come on. What happened? So I think it's because user. User is undefined. Don't know if it's because we haven't verified our account, but no, they are created when they register. So I think it's going to be so user. The above error. Interested what it got wrong here. So auth contacts, use contacts. This is all the same. That's the same. Oh, hang on. Just got to try catch here. And catch the errors. Then log in. Don't think it's actually changed much. Log out. Right. Just do that. There was that thing about hot reloading not working in the terminal before, so I'll just restart. And then no, didn't work. So local storage, error during login, invalid login data. Invalid login data. I think this is going to be a back-end issue where it might not be logging in the user correctly. I'm just wondering if it's got to do with our token version again. I'll ask one more question. Oh, hang on. Okay, no. We got one more thing to check. Register. Form. And mutate. We'll also do just do that and try again. There we go. So something, can I read property of null? It is there though. Maybe because it's not verified? Look at our user model. I don't know why that would say it's not there. Let's refresh. Okay, user stays logged in. Local storage. There's our user. User does have the email on it. Awesome. So there we go. We've got our setting up routes and authenticated routes on our front end. So I'm going to end the video there, and what we'll be able to move on to very shortly is building out a little bit of a front end to look a little bit like this, the ability to add knowledge to our knowledge bank, and yeah, it'll start to look a little bit more like a working app. And then once I've done that, I'll be able to kind of understand, I think, types of functionality that I want to add and how I want to change things. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comment down below. If not, I'll catch you in the next one.